Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So, testing out streaming. This is the first live stream that I've tried of Red Plays. So we're going to give that a go and see how that works out. So, what I've got out on the table here is I've got Marvel Champions and we've got some custom content in the Big Wheel. So the Big Wheel is a 2-scheme, 2-attack. He's kind of a basic villain to go up against. And we're going to go up against him with Black Widow, and I've got my Black Widow Aggression deck. So hopefully this is a fairly quick game, and we'll see how that goes. So let's give it a go and see how this turns out here. So let's see here. I start off with a hand size of 6. So if you haven't seen Black Widow before, there's Black Widow, hand size 6, 9 hit points. Well, that's Natasha, actually, and she flips over to Black Widow. So, all right. So we got Natasha. Got a hand size of 6, so we're going to grab 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Oh, and hopefully I can put them back in. There we go. Okay. 6 cards. We've got Black Widow Gauntlets. Ooh, our synth suit right off the bat. And Hulk, Mockingbird, Energy, and Attack-Robatics. So that's a pretty good starting hand. I could ditch things to get other things, but I don't think that I want to do that. So we're looking at our first round here. We probably want to get Hulk out there because Hulk doing Hulky things is awesome. Maybe we do Hulk and Mockingbird. That would be a good combo to get out there, or because that would get the stun off in the first round. And that's a pretty powerful way to start out. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the Hulk Mockingbird combo to start out. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use my energy, which gives me 2 resources to pay for the Hulk. It costs 2. So let's take a quick look at the Hulk here. And you can see he's going to attack. He's got an attack of 3, and he's got a health of 5. So he hits pretty hard, but he's got these little things down here, which I have to draw and see what happens. So I'm going to put Hulk out there, still keeping these back in my hand here. And we're going to go ahead and attack with Hulk. So he's going to hit for 3. So Big Wheel's going to take 3 damage. So we'll put him down to 15 to 12. All right. Next up, we got to see what happens to Hulk. So let's throw that up on the side over here. We're going to draw a card, and that card's going to show a wild resource. So a wild resource means that he's going to do all of those. So we're going to do a deal 2 damage to an enemy, deal a damage to each character, and discard the Hulk. All right. So I'm going to take a damage. Big Wheel's going to take 2 plus 1. He's going to take 3. So he's going to go from 12 down to 9. All right. And then we're going to play Mockingbird. We're going to use these 3 resources right here to bring Mockingbird into play. When Mockingbird comes into play, she stuns an enemy. So she's going to go ahead and stun the Big Wheel. Got a stun, which means he's not going to attack on his turn, assuming I am going over to Natasha. So Mockingbird's then going to attack, and she attacks for 1. So we're going to knock him down to 8. And then we're going to flip over to Black Widow, and we're going to attack with Black Widow. Black Widow attacks for 2, so we've taken him down to 6 this round. That's a pretty good round. It's a good starting round. All right, we don't have anything more to play, so we're done. So we're going to untap. We're going to draw back up to our hand size, which on Black Widow is 5. So we get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so 5 cards. Ooh, we got Nick Fury out there. All right, so next thing that's up is we're going to go over to the villain side at this point in time. So first thing that's going to happen is we're going to put a threat on the main scheme. Next thing is Big Wheel is going to see Black Widow out there and want to attack, but he's stunned, so he does not attack. That prevents his attack. Just quick show there is next time they would attack, instead I discarded the stunned card, so his attack doesn't even happen. He's just stunned. All right, so then we need an encounter card. So we get an encounter card every turn, and we get, let's put it out here. False alarm. When revealed, I get confused. All right. So confused, for people who haven't seen confused, is next time this character would thwart or scheme, discard this card instead. So Black Widow is now confused. Right, and that's the end of the villain's turn. So now we're back over to the hero's turn. All right, so we have some fun things we can do at this point in time because we could get Nick Fury out and we could take Big Wheel over to, if we take out the first Big Wheel, since we're playing on standard mode right now, we'd get the second Big Wheel out already. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to bring Nick Fury into play. When Nick Fury comes into play, I have this set of things that I can do. I can remove 2 threat from a screen, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage. So we're going to go ahead and do the deal 4 damage piece of it. So we're going to not take him from 6 down to 2. And then we're going to attack him with Nick Fury, which is going to get rid of Big Wheel 1. Big Wheel 2 is going to come out. When Big Wheel 2 comes out, he just schemes additionally for each attachment, and he attacks for 3 now. All right, so not a huge difference. The thing we need to worry about is his hit points. He has 17 hit points, so let's make sure we put those out there. 10 and a 5. Got 17. All right. I think what we'll do with Mockingbird is we're going to go ahead and thwart with Mockingbird and take that 1 off of there. That's going to step her up to 2. And then, rather than hitting Big Wheel, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to thwart to get rid of the confused. Because Black Widow's got some really nice cards that rely on being able to do thwart during her turn. So I'm going to be done. And the thing to keep in mind here is Nick Fury goes away at the end of the turn, which is after the villain goes. So Nick Fury's probably going to step in front of this attack by the Big Wheel. All right, so on the end of the hero, I untapped and I'm getting 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's see what we got. We have a Widow's Bite, Espionage, Covert Ops, and Safe House. So actually, this is the whole reason I got rid of that Confuse on there, is because I can remove 4 threat and confuse the villain. Although it's not going to do me much good because there's no threat on the scheme right now. But there will be 1, so let's go with that. All right. I'm going to put 1 threat on the main scheme because we're over to the villain side. 1 threat on the main scheme. Big Wheel is going to come to attack Black Widow because he sees Black Widow out there. So normally he attacks for 3 and then he's going to get a boost card. Nick Fury is going to step in front of this attack to absorb it. So he's attacking for 3. He's going to get a boost card, which is equal to the boost icons down here, which there are none of them. So he's going to attack Nick Fury for 3, which is enough to take Nick Fury out. Nick Fury is going to go away at the end of the turn anyway, so not a big deal. All right, so that was Big Wheel's attack. Next up is our encounter card. So our encounter card is an attachment, Wheel Lasers. Each attached to Big Wheel gains Overkill, and then discard 2 energy resources in order to discard this card as a hero. All right, so the other thing is he gets additional scheme when he has attachments. That's the thing that the level 2 Big Wheel does. All right, so we're done with Big Wheel's turn. We're back over to Black Widow. All right, so what we're looking at here is we could pull a Covert Ops, which would confuse him. We would need to use up a lot of our stuff in order to do that. Counterattack would let me reflect some damage back on the Big Wheel, which would be nice. Safe House lets me get a preparation card out of my discard. I know, I guess what I'm thinking at this point in time is I probably want to go over to the other side, flip over to Natasha, and then prep up for another big attack round. And then I can hold on to my Covert Ops. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Espionage to get my counterattack out. And when I'm looking at counterattack, is it reflects damage back on the enemy. So let's get that out there and we'll hold on to that. And then I think we're going to use our Widow's Bite to get our Safe House out. So what Safe House does is it allows me to dig back through my deck and get a preparation card out. All right, I'm going to hold on to my Covert Ops because I'm probably going to use that next turn. And then I'm going to attack Big Wheel for 2. So I'm going to take him down to 15. I'm going to hold on to Mockingbird and not have Mockingbird do anything. I'm going to hold on to this card. I'm going to flip over to Natasha. Then I'm going to be done. So I'm going to untap. Oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and be done. So I'm going to untap and I'm going to draw back up to 6 cards. So I'm going to draw 5 more cards to get me back up to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So now we're back over to Big Wheel. So the first thing is I'm going to put a thread on the main scheme. All right, Big Wheel is going to see Natasha out there. So rather than attacking, he's going to scheme. Right now he schemes for 1 plus each attachment out there. So he's going to scheme for 2. He's going to get a bonus card. He's going to scheme for 2 and he gets a bonus of 1. So he's going to scheme for 3. So this is going to go from 2 up to 5. Let's mark that puppy up to 5. All right, next thing that's going to happen is we're going to get an encounter card. Counter card is Wheelin' and Dealin'. When revealed, choose a resource type, then discard all other resource types from your hand. Ooh, ouch. Okay, so what's happening here is these are my resource types. I'm going to get to keep one of them, which is pretty rough. I think I want to keep my covert ops, but if I keep my covert ops, then I'm not going to be able to use it because it costs 3 to use it. So there's no way for me to use that. So I think mental's out. We only have 1 TAC team, so I think we're going to get rid of the TAC team, let all of that go. That's kind of an ouch there. All right, so Big Wheel's done. We're back over to the hero side. So what are we going to do hero side? So my safe house has a alter ego action, which means I need to do it as Natasha. So I'm going to exhaust it and get a preparation card. So let's see what preparation card I want to get here. I think what I want to get is some acrobatics. All right. We're going to use our counterattack to put our acrobatics into play. I want to do that. Let's use our espionage to get Black Widow gauntlets. We use Black Widow gauntlets to put acrobatics into play. So Natasha says, after I play a preparation card, I get to draw a card. I get to draw a card. Ooh, grappling hook. I wish I would have seen that earlier. All right. Next up, I'm going to flip over to Black Widow. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to thwart for 2. She thwarts for 2. We're going to take 2 off of the main scheme there. And Mockingbird's going to stay put. And I can't play another counterattack. So I think we'll hold on to these 2. Yep, we're going to be done. All right. So we're going to untap all of our stuff. We're going to draw back up to 5 cards, so I'm going to get 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And it's going to be the villain's turn. So first thing for the villains, we're going to put a threat on the main scheme. All right. Second thing is Big Wheel's going to come attack. Now my problem is that he has overkill. If I recall correctly, that overkill, what that means is that any damage he does to my little minion here is going to flow over onto me. So I might as well just take the damage. So right now he's attacking for 3, 4, and he's going to get a boost card. All right, so let's see what happens here. So he's going to attack for 4, and he's going to get a boost card that gives 2. All right, so what I can do is I can play my acrobatics. So acrobatics says, when a boost card is turned face up, discard acrobatics, cancel the boost icons, deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled in this way. So I'm canceling 2 boost icons there, which means he's going to take 2 damage. All right, so we're going to go from 10 down to 13. All right. And the next thing that's happening is there's still 4 damage coming through. So Black Widow's going to take 4 damage. So we're going to go up to 5. Oh, I forgot I have a Widowmaker response. That was a preparation skill, so I get to do an additional damage. Whew. Let's not forget about those. Those become very important. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I have this counterattack, which says after you take damage from an enemy, discard counterattack to deal an equal amount of damage back to the enemy. So now I'm going to do 4 damage back plus my 1 that's Black Widow's ability. So I'm going to do 5 damage back. So we got him down to 7. All right. So next up is we're going to draw his encounter card. Counter card is my wheel is invincible. When revealed, discard all status cards on Big Wheel and give him the tough status card. Oh, okay. So he's going to get tough. So what tough does, we haven't seen that one yet. It says next time we take any amount of damage, discard the status card instead. That's kind of an annoying one. All right. So Big Wheel is done at that point in time. We're back over to the hero side. So what are we looking at hero side here? We have, we can do, he's got 7 life. We can get another counterattack out there. But we have to be able to take the damage that he's going to deal, which is going to be pretty tough at this point in time. Let's see how we want to do this. So first thing, I'm going to have Mockingbird attack Big Wheel and get rid of his tough status. He's no longer tough because she does 1 damage to him. And that would take her up to 3, so she's gone. All right, next up is, what do I want to play? Should we get another counterattack out there? Do we want, so the other question would be, do we want to go over to Natasha for a round and prepare? I think that's what we're going to do. So I think we're going to hit Big Wheel for 2. So we're going to take him down to 5. We'll use our Genius to get our grappling hook out there. We're going to use our Widow's Bite. Yeah, we'll use our Widow's Bite to get our counterattack out there. And then we're going to flip over to Natasha. I should have done that differently. And we'll be done. What I should have done was flipped over to Natasha before I played those because I would have got to draw a card. But I messed it up, so I didn't get to do it. So, okay, so I'm going to draw back up to 6. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And see, that would have made a huge difference. I would have drawn that card. I could have played it. It would have been out there. And then I got 6 other cards. Oh, well. All right. Villain's turn. Let's see what's going to go down next. So, first off, one on the main scheme. Next up, Big Wheel's going to see Natasha out there, so he's going to scheme. He schemed for 1. Plus 1 is 2. He's going to get a bonus of 2. So he's going to scheme for 4. Ouch. All right, when he schemes for 4, what happens is this is going to pop because it's going to go from 5 up to 9. And this says 8 up here in the corner. So we're going to pop. And we have a new one come out, which is Reinventing the Wheel. So I'm going to look for 2 wheel attachments and put them into play. And then if he completes this one, if he gets 9 on there, he's done. And it starts with 2. All right. So I need a couple of wheel attachments. Let's see if we can find a couple of wheel attachments. Treachery minion, not in there. Treachery, there's a wheel attachment. We'll give him the bigger wheel. And we'll give him wheel spikes. So he's got lots of nasty going on there. All right, this is actually not looking too bad because I have these Dance of Deaths out there. Dance of Death could take him right out. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so that was his scheme. Next up is we're going to draw an encounter card. So our encounter card is... I'll be taking that. So let's see here. When revealed, each player may destroy any number of support allies and upgrades they control. Total of 1 weren't destroyed, so I have to destroy an ally under attachment. Hey, I've got some comments out there. Thanks for watching. All right. So yep, still got the custom content going on. All right. So what do we got here? We're going to have to destroy an attachment, which isn't all that big of a deal because I've got a lot of stuff. Sorry. An ally or support or an upgrade, which I've got this whole stack out here. I think what we'll get rid of is let's get rid of our Black Widow gauntlets because we're not going to need them. That's going to go away. All right, so that's the end of Big Wheel's turn. We're over to our hero turn. So we got Natasha out there. Let's go ahead and we'll use our safe house to get a preparation card. Not really going to matter which one, so we'll grab Widow's Bite. And to start off, all we need to do is, we need to flip over to Black Widow, and then we could do a Dance of Death. So take a look at Dance of Death. I need to spend 3, right? So that's pretty easy for me to come up with. We'll use these 3 to pay for the Dance of Death, and it's going to do 1, 2, 3 damage, right? And he's got 5 health there. So boom, 5 health. He's out. All right. So we took down the Big Wheel. All right. So that's it for this playthrough. I want to keep this kind of quick and short because it was my first test of the live streaming thing. So hopefully that's all working out. Go back, review it, and see later how that went. The other part of it is I got some pinched nerve action going on, which is why I've been missing recently. So it's getting to the point where it gets kind of painful just sitting around. So I want to keep it short and sweet and get through this and see how it worked out. And that is it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll post this out there. I'll be looking for comments on play, if there's something I should have played better, or definitely if I missed something, because a lot of times as I play, I miss something. So if I didn't do something right, let me know. Big Wheel is a great villain to play against, and Black Widow is a great hero to play with. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.